Hello, everybody.
If anything funny happens, because I can't see it.
Okay, I just unmuted you guys, so the first thing they heard from you guys was tell me if anything funny happens.
So
Yeah.
does Frankerface not have like an add-on for Firefox? Luno,
Not
you
sure.
would know. Luno,
Yeah,
tell
Luna
me.
would be the one who would know, but I've never tried it on Firefox, but it might.
I changed my browser. I'm mostly just waiting for Luno to arrive so he can answer my question.
the two that work best with Roll20 is Chrome or Firefox usually. I find that other browsers are a little slower.
I'm mostly just looking for the two add-ons that you guys have for Twitch. The one that like auto collects your points and stuff. It's really the only reason why I have it.
Yeah, I don't need that one because I have infinite points.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Jay, a lot of emotes you need to modify.
Yes.
Many uses.
I'll ask Luna about it later, no worries. It's not that important right now. I should probably get on Roll20 though, huh?
Nah, it's okay.
Ironically, that's pretty appropriate.
I can't do theater of the mind, y'all.
So
Excuse me.
for Chad's reference, today we've been having a couple little issues involving power outage
Sorry.
at the Sutsuliu household.
Yeah.
So right now Sutsuliu is on limited battery life. Now this is going to be a speed run session.
Aw, don't pity them.
No.
We just gotta do everything really fast.
So
No, let's not speed run it.
Yeah, you guys can do it regularly.
I'm kidding.
Oh,
Oh god, thank god.
Say.
Also, I feel like, did this map in particular get an upgrade? Maybe it's been just so long since I've seen this map.
I'm on a different map than you guys. You're talking about the Debonair, yeah?
Yeah, it feels like it got an upgrade. I don't know why.
Nah, I didn't touch it.
That's wild. Emery,
looked this
though,
good
still
last
looking
time.
fine in the corner.
Please shut up. Please.
Hey, that's
I don't know
me.
about
That's
you guys,
not
but
Valbella.
Emery kind of look like Dora the Explorer.
Wait.
Yeah.
See,
Oh,
I
God.
can't
Oh,
see that.
No, you've ruined
I've ruined
it
her.
for me. Please
See,
stop.
I don't see that though. I see Hinata from Naruto.
They had a
Oh,
baby
that's
together.
because you're a filthy weeb. Get out.
Don't even say that to me. Everyone
I mean-
look at Naraka's photo, every profile picture right now.
Stop.
I mean, I just see Emerine as Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls, like all.
Oh, that's a good
yeah.
one, too.
That's
I
also a
would-
good one.
If Jay looked at me and said, "Yeah, that's Buttercup fan art," I wouldn't be shocked.
I don't believe it is.
Well, you can never know.
I'm pretty sure it's by the artist Ross Draws.
We may never know. Now you get to find out where we left off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw him over my shoulder like
Sorry,
a sack of potatoes.
I need to repeat that part because I was muted. So if the battery life goes out for Sutsuliu and he randomly disappears, then we shall see how long it takes, because you said the power might come back, right?
Yeah. It should be at 8:30, so hopefully.
We shall see if it comes back. If it does, then we can resume as is, but if not, then we might want to think about maybe ending early, but who knows. We'll just kind of play it by ear.
He can just be carried around like a sack of potatoes, and you guys can just try to interact with him.
Yeah,
and
but
he
I
won't
mean,
respond.
there's a limit to what we can do with that. I would stop if you got into combat because I wouldn't want to do that. But,
all right, guys, no combat this session.
Nope. We're getting the combat, baby.
No.
We're getting the combat.
Yeah,
I don't know.
no, wait, actually.
The
you
combat
get into
is just
combat with
everybody
Cecilia
beating up
and fight.
Cecilia's corpse.
Literally.
He dies. He just dies.
We throw him in the pit for the Udiger.
No, please. Not my
Sacrifice for the
cheese.
extra.
Exactly.
This is so sad.
Sacrifice.
I'll sacrifice you. I'll
You
sacrifice
can't
you.
because you won't be here, bitch.
I'll be here in spirit.
But nevertheless, it feels like it has been ages since we've done Seas of Sand because it's been an extra week off. So we'll do a little recap. I'll try to remind you guys of the sort of things that you had presented before you. And then if you guys remember anything else that you want to do, then you should probably mention it. Yes, we do enjoy the ice clinking noises. You're my Foley artist for today, so I'm gonna randomly make some ice appear, okay?
Are there trees in Al-Zahar? No, there are now.
I mean, yes, there are trees.
In
There
the
are
city, though,
palm trees.
there aren't many.
Why was trees the first thing that you thought of? How are you gonna do the sound for
Because it sounds like
that
trees.
does not sound like trees.
It sounds
I don't
like
know
the
what you think
leaves.
trees sound like.
It sounds like
It-
trees when they're holding a
Blowing
glass
in the
and
wind.
clinking their ice together.
Blowing in the wind.
As they do.
It sounds like trees when they are frozen solid and are moving around.
Anyway, Jay, your recap, please.
So previously on Seas of Sand, the party arrived in the city of Al-Zahar and have sort of spent some time getting acclimated with the city, as well as finding some work in order to build their reputation within the city. Sort of just finding their way in a strange new town. And so that has led them to a couple different opportunities that have presented themselves. The first of which being work with the foreign division of the Rangers, which are based here in Al-Zahar, run by Captain Anlin Abbey, who is investigating some rumors in town and believes that she has a lead through a gang in the slums called the Southwall Scurriers. She thinks that this gang knows a little bit more about potential cult activity within the city and wants somebody to infiltrate the gang in order to find out more about the cult. Yes, I will get to that, Valbella. And so that has been sort of the lead that they're following. They're attempting to make their presence known in the city by doing jobs and proving themselves reliable for other parties in order to get a reputation as competent and reliable so that the Southwall Couriers might approach them. Last session, they sort of spoke a bit with the owner of a high-scale restaurant, Minnow Merkimer, who is having them do some minor jobs for them. But another thing that they've stumbled across while in the city that they've sort of been pursuing alongside that goal is a case of a merchant who was accused of breaking into a rival's shop at night and is currently imprisoned in the stockades in Pillory Plaza. And he insists that he is innocent and did not do it. And so the party is looking around for any sort of evidence that it might have been somebody else in order to clear his name. Which has sort of led them around to several different places. And they are just sort of investigating that alongside it. I think the leads that they had were, he told them, you can go and check out the crime scene, the rival's shop that was broken into, and look for some evidence. Which they did, and they found out that it didn't seem like all that much was actually stolen from the shop. Just one of the chests was broken into. And then just reading their side conversation. And then in addition to that, he said that they could also potentially check out the refuse pit in case someone had dumped evidence down there. But they weren't able to find too much as it was pretty dark, and then they heard some noises and ran away. So that was about as far as they got there. And then the last thing that they were told was that they found out from one of the street urchins that they'd seen someone who looked exactly like the guy, whose name was Safid, breaking into to the rival shop that night, and that they were wearing sort of rags like the people down in Southwall wear. So they had a few more leads down in Southwall to follow as well that they haven't quite pursued. I actually think, if I recall, Anlin told you guys that you could sort of make the Scurriers notice you by doing jobs around town, but also she said that you could do some stuff in Southwall as well. Just that reminded me of that. But anyways, the most immediate thing that happened was they were talking to Minnow Merkimer, who was giving them some sort of small jobs on his payroll. And he said that his chef, Maple, needed... yes, you have been there. You just kind of walked through it a bunch of times. And Maple requested that you go pick up an order from the general store that she had placed, and needed some more supplies for her cooking.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do first?
So where we resume is you for leaving the Debonair and heading back to Pillory Plaza. Okay, I was assuming you were hiding someone there.
I got a mouthful of ice, so I'm ready to clap some cheeks.
Why are you just eating ice?
It was Elizabeth Upton, but yeah.
Oh, Elizabeth Upton. I was close enough.
Alright, so you make your way back out into the Desert Winds in Pillory Plaza. And can make your way to your next goal, which I don't know.
Oh no.
I don't
Is
know
this
where
with-
we're going, so
We're
You had a
going
bunch
to
of-
the,
You had a bunch of options and can pursue whatever you want.
we're going to the Clementine.
we're doing that. Alright.
that would be in the bazaar.
Isn't that this way? Yeah, this is like an actual question. Isn't that this way?
Just like
Am I done?
no.
It do be that way.
Oh no, it's not.
Yes.
Yes,
What
it
is
is.
it
I think
is.
we should take a quick trip down to the Church of Endless Flame.
You want to go through the bazaar down to the church?
Just take a loop through the burned out side of town.
Just pretend that we went this way.
Head
Yeah, so
down
we
there,
haven't.
and then up there.
There's a few places that we haven't visited, but this is one of them.
I'm gonna stop my Ukrainian music in the background.
Okay.
Couldn't even hear it, but alright.
Okay. I have my headphones.
Alright, so where are you headed? Golden Bazaar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Actually,
Where are
no.
we?
I'm gonna just go to the beach and then leave. Start swimming
Huh?
away.
If you want
we
to.
should go to the Golden Bazaar.
There is no
That's where
beach. So.
Yeah, there
Clementine
is. If you go look
Cl-
near the bottom, there's a beach section.
Mm.
Beach episode.
Anyway. Rindra, what were you saying?
We should go to the Golden Bazaar. Clementine was really nice to me and Valbella.
Hope it's better than that other store owner. And his
You
cat.
literally hissed at his cat. Like,
Hey,
wouldn't
hey,
get
the
mad at
cat
you?
started it.
It's a cat.
Yeah.
The cat started it.
Okay, let's just go to the bazaar, okay? I don't have time for this. Sit around arguing
Oh my god.
with you all.
Wait, I have more money, don't I?
Oh
Wait,
my...
I don't
hold
know, dude.
on. I have 22 gold.
Wow.
I'm gonna go
How
over
much
to
money
the
do I have, actually?
to Mr. Man himself
Oh,
right
did you-
here. I'm gonna just
Yes, would you like some fruit?
yes, I would.
You're like,
what are your
no.
prices again? For like a bunch of bananas?
Let me double check.
God, I think it was bananas that she liked. I can't remember.
I don't want to look it up.
I think it was 3 gold, wasn't it? 3 or 2?
3 gold.
Ups the price.
Oh god, I have ice now.
That's fine, because
Make the ice sound.
it's in character for these merchants to gouge you for prices. So I don't ever have to look up
Staring
prices
at
at
him.
all.
He's like, you ripping?
Do I want a bargain? It's only 3 gold. Can I have a bunch of bananas, please?
Of course. Finest bananas in all of Al-Zahar.
Bro, what if he said no? And he's like, no bananas.
He passes
Okay,
you a bunch
cool.
as you pass him your gold.
Swag. I'm gonna try. Like, I'm gonna gently set down the gold. And I'm gonna walk over
Enjoy.
to Cora. Thank you. I'm gonna just hold out a bunch of bananas.
Is it for
for
me?
her. Yeah, they're for you. Remember, I promised you a bunch of bananas the next time that they came back.
Oh yeah, right. Well, thank you. Was it something you needed, or just here to do some
Nope,
charity
just
work?
wanted to give you, not charity work, just, you know, my promise that I made to you. I'm not very keen on breaking those. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the bananas. I will be on my way now. See you, Cora.
Thank you.
Did you just
Remove.
get trashed by like a kid?
No, I
Charity
think that
work looking ass.
at least some of us care about other people.
Sorry.
I mean,
That's
I'm just
different.
saying, at least, you know, some of us are kind.
Yeah, you can make up the kindness for us both. You can handle it.
You wind your
Alright.
way around the tents and stalls of the Golden Bazaar and make your way to the general store. And I'm presuming head inside.
Yeah. Did we go in? I don't think we went in the last time because we were so focused on the.
Well,
We've been inside before.
Oh, but Suits and I haven't.
No, actually.
I don't-
Fallon and I-
Oh,
Yeah, you've
You've
been in here,
literally
right?
been in here.
I
This,
wasn't here.
the
Whoopsies.
portraits that are sitting here are evidence as to who has been in here before.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your memory is failing you, I see.
It's the ADHD. Give me 1 second.
It's actually the ice. It's distracting you.
Brain freeze.
Oh my god, Julie, you're so big.
Right.
Wow, mortals.
You make your way
Hello.
into the general store where the rather tiny owner, Clementine, is sitting behind the desk. And she sort of gives you a wave as the door closes behind you and says, back to buy something.
No, we are actually here to pick up a delivery for Maple.
Order for the debonair. Let me check. Shops off her stool and is now sort of just at like chin height of her counter. And has to get up on tiptoes to look at her book here. You see her sort of trace one finger across the pages of this book here and says, debonair, debonair. Yep, I got your order here. It'll be, hops kind of up to sit on the counter. Yeah, it'll be these 3 crates here. And,
Okay.
And how much would you say that these crates weigh?
I don't know, I had to, have them, bring them in, so didn't lift them myself, so I'm not really sure.
Val's going to approach the one that looks the heaviest and just attempt to pick it up to test for weight.
Alright, so these crates here are a crate of lobster, a crate of cabbage, and a crate of fish.
Are the lobsters alive?
Yes.
I would assume so.
I want to stick my hand in it.
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding.
For
I don't
once,
wanna
I'm
ruin
not
their
the dumb
ingredient.
one.
I was like, ooh, lobster. I'm not actually gonna stick my hand in it. That was out of care.
Oh, here's your clementine, chat. And then she brings out a another sack of flour, kind of dragging it along the floorboards and places it in front of you. And here's the last part of the order.
Fallon picks it up. How heavy is it?
It's decently heavy, but it's not so heavy that you can't just throw it over your shoulder.
Okay.
It's probably the
Okay.
lightest. It's probably the lightest item.
Okay,
Oh,
guys, I
God.
got the sack of flour. I'm good.
How many crates do you think you're gonna be able to carry, Vol?
Okay, so, like, functionally, I'm 7 foot, right?
Yes.
Aren't
So
you 10? Wait,
Val-
that's you said
No, but
functionally.
mechanically,
I'm
Yeah,
you're
7.
about
nope,
just
yeah,
to
I
avoid the fact that she
ignored
would
that
have to
word.
be on her knees in every single building.
Yeah. No, I
she's
ignored the word.
Mechanically
And I'm
7
like-
feet, like a
I
pure
know
bulk
that-
should be.
I know
So let me
that-
explain the crates.
Okay, okay.
Val, with both hands, you could easily carry one of them. But if you want to stack,
Okay.
another one on top, you'll require a strength roll.
Okay. Let's
And then if you want to
yeah.
carry all three at the same time, which is technically possible, but it'll just up the DC on that strength roll.
Okay. I'm gonna. Let me think about this. Can I do them one at a time, or would I have to stack them on top of each other and then pick them up?
You can do them one at a time. It just takes longer.
Okay.
I'd help you, but I don't care enough.
I'm going to at least attempt 2 because Rindrov is like also of a stocky build, so he could probably pick the other one up if
Rinjov is all the way
he
across
gets
the
his
room
head
right
out
now.
of the
Yeah.
yep if he gets his head out of the oil barrels, but So yeah, Vol's gonna attempt to pick up 2.
We can make more than one trip if we need to.
No second trip.
It's like
Okay.
carrying groceries. You gotta do them all in one trip. Alright, so the first one you're able to pick up with relative ease, and then stacking another one
I
on
think
top
the
of that.
I rolled like 3 times. I can't.
We'll
hold
use
on.
the last one.
Okay. Cool.
What was it?
I can't. It was a 17. I think.
Alright, that'll do. With a slight bit of straining, you've managed to stack a second box on top, and are now carrying both boxes, which sort of at this point now blocks your vision a little bit when you're walking.
It's fine. I'll have somebody else can, guide me through.
Yeah, I'll
Rinjov,
do it.
just-
Wink.
Rinjov, this barrel seems to have some sort of oil in it that you're looking into.
I knew it! Oil barrel! Look at me go!
Kind of has a
That's fine.
greasy sheen to it as you peer into
I'll
the barrel.
set it on fire.
This
So
cauldron
do
is
either
empty.
Of you, so do either of you want to help me get the third one on here, or do you think that we should leave it to Rindrov?
Rindrov!
Well, yeah, we'll ask him.
Because as much as I would like to, carry the third one to make this a little bit more easy, this is a little straining. I was doing something. What the hell was I doing?
Rindrov will try to pick up any crate that's left behind.
Alright, there's one left.
Rindrov will pick up that crate and use his nose to brace it so that it has an even balance amongst his arms and nose on weight.
Alright, yeah. You managed to balance it then. And lift the last crate by yourself.
Okay, cool. We move.
Careful now. Lift with your legs, not your back.
Valvella
Yes,
just
ma'am.
like breaks her back.
That's how
She's
We just hear a
carried.
snap.
like a visceral.
Yeah, and
Bella
then
receives
Valbella's
a back injury that ruins her career. That's how we retire this character.
It's like, I don't want to play Valbella anymore. Just breaks her back.
Fallon's gonna say have a nice day and Thieves can't.
She just kind of raises her eyebrows at you and gives you a wave.
Okay.
Alright, you make your way back out of Clementine's shop and to the Golden Bazaar. And I'm presuming you don't want to spend a lot of time loitering in Golden Bazaar with your heavy
No,
load, and would rather just...
Yeah, let's just keep it boot scootin' boogieing. You know?
What a strange phrase from the Barrow Downs.
Shh.
Are we going this way?
We're going up.
Okay.
I'm carrying both. I carry both
I
boxes.
hope you run into
decide
somebody.
What way we go. Oh God, I can't see. I just.
You can kind of half see if you lean your head slightly around it, but it makes it more awkward to carry them, so you kind of have to keep just peeking, taking a few steps, and then peek again.
Dang, she moving slowly.
Cora's just kind of watching you
somehow
guys
I'm
while
ahead
eating She's just kind of sitting back and watching you guys struggle as she eats a banana.
I'm not struggling. I'm just, you know.
That
Going
guy
at
at
a
the top
brisk
is a
pace.
Yuanti, right? The guy with the hood.
I think I described that he had sort of scaled skin.
Yeah, I don't think you
Okay.
explicitly said whether or not he
Yeah.
was want to.
Just wondering. Okay.
For funsies.
Moving on.
Alright. Then you make your way back to Pillory Plaza, where the debonair awaits.
We fast traveled. Like how Sophie is still there and we're just like, do.
Sorry,
Getting
give me
her.
a second.
Just kind of
He's never
stares.
getting saved.
Just kind of stares at you guys as you carry a bunch of crates and sacks
Just like running
to the
errands,
restaurant.
and
Yeah,
he's like,
just
Don't
grocery
look
you
at
shopping.
guys
him.
gonna let me out? And we're like,
Don't
sorry.
look.
Looks
Don't.
anywhere but at Sophie.
Where am I? Oh, I'm down here. We'll just.
You're actually dead.
Alright.
Oh my God, no.
Back to the debonair, you carry the load of groceries inside
Do
an
I
oily...
look cool? Am I being impressive? Wow. 2 boxes?
That's why she wanted to carry all
No, I just
I
didn't want to
see.
make 2
three. I
trips.
understand that.
No! I didn't want to make 2 trips.
While walking past, are these two talking about anything?
Casual conversation, just about how's business today? Pretty good. And yourself? Just sort of very prim and proper small talk.
Okay.
Almost to the point of being a little dull.
Okay.
Dang, they look so interesting, and yet they're so boring.
Val's just gonna like stand there and then just kind of peek around the box and go, "Where would you like these boxes?"
You can just put them over there with the other ones, and the crate you can, the sack of flour you can pass to me here.
Is this
Called
guy
Bella
looking
Mc-
up at all
Oh my God.
at us?
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's just
Oh my
he's
God.
just kind of watching you as
Fallon gets
as,
onto the horny train?
he
Fallon's
finishes his
gonna
meal.
wink at him and keep
Oh my
walking.
Oh my
God.
god.
Drop the flower.
Falbella's going to make direct eye contact with Emery.
Oh my
I would
God.
say I'm kidding, but I don't think that I am.
She's just been kind of
Anyway.
watching the whole party this entire time, but she's still kind of
Cool,
standing,
Awesome.
arms folded, just kind of leaning against the wall.
I feel so
All
uncomfortable.
right. Hey, bestie, I can't do this today.
Alright, you pass the sack of flour to Maple, and she places it with the rest, and then says, alright, so that was 3 crates and a sack of flour, so that's 10 gold per crate, and 5 for the sack of flour. And she starts to stack coins in little piles on the counter.
Shit.
Yeah, you
Okay.
guys can take this. I didn't do anything, so.
So there
So
is
wait, how?
30 gold for the crates total, and then 5 for the sack of flour. But it basically just makes 35, so you can split that however you want.
Okay, cool.
Fallon will take her 5.
Rin, do you want to split 15-15 or?
It doesn't make sense for me to take 15 if the others are taking the amount of the work that they did. You should get 20 gold pieces, and I'll take the remaining 10.
Bitch. I'm not gonna say no to money.
Valbella's one major character flaw is just money.
Well, that and women.
Rindrev
Yeah.
will take the 10 gold pieces remaining.
Alright. Then you
It's
can
okay, I can make that.
store your gold away in your coin purses. And the job is complete.
We get a
Woo!
little celebratory confetti pop in the corner. Yay! Get an
Woo!
achievement. Yes.
Well, we should. What do you want to do now? Do you want to explore the rest of Valzahar, or do you want to try to get in with the Southwall Scurriers?
Vol's
I like how you
gonna
whispered
walk
that.
over to Merkimer.
Okay.
Seeing that you've sort of completed your job for him, as you sort of walk up to him, Minnow just kind of tips his gold brim top hat. But as you continue
Vol's
your
gonna-
approach, he just
Oh.
sort of sits there, reclined in his chair, waiting for you to speak.
Hold on. I had words and then I forgot them. It's the ADHD. It's okay.
Was there something you
she's
needed?
she's gonna give him a little bow, and she's going to go. Yes. I was wondering if there was anything else that you needed us to do other than the quest you gave us to find your companions. Or if you at all knew of a way to get in with the Southfall Scurriers.
Well, small jobs at the moment, all completed. And, well, the bigger job still stands. But Southwall Scurriers, you say? Now, why would you want to get mixed up with them?
Why did we want to do that again? Why did we want to do that again?
Out of character, the Captain Abby of the Rangers wanted us to get engaged with
Right.
the Southwall Scurriers to find out
Uh-huh.
more about the cult. She also said, "Don't let people know that you're trying to get in with the Southwall Scurriers."
Yeah.
I think that Val may have just blown our cover on accident.
Yeah.
He just, Minnow has an interested look on his face, not outright hostile.
Oh god, I put ice in my mouth. I'm so sorry. Give me a
Well.
second.
I'm waiting for your answer.
Ah, I got ice in my mouth, Jay.
What's the matter?
Oh my god.
You look like
I
you've
had
got ice in your mouth.
I'm not helping her. I'm gonna walk away.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm ready.
Rindrev will write on a notebook and put it in front of Val's face, and the notebook will say, "We heard there was danger among them. We just wanted to see how to keep ourselves safe."
That one. Vol chokes a little bit. On nothing, but I'm choking in real life. Oh my god. That went straight down my throat.
Val chokes on her own spit while she's
Basically.
talking. She's like, sorry about that.
Alright, so if you say what, Rin wrote down,
Yeah,
then
I
Minnow
do.
just kind of, adjusts his monocle and says, danger? you say? I wouldn't say they're a
Mhm.
particularly dangerous bunch. What kind of danger you speak of?
You know, like the usual danger that is accompanied by like local city gangs and such as that.
So you're saying that you just want to avoid the scurriers then?
We all enjoy a little bit of what is the word? Mostly we are just looking for things to do to occupy our time here. In between doing what you've asked of us and having our own time. Because otherwise there's not really anything for us to do. And we do enjoy making a bit of money. You know, she kind of like
Well,
does the money sign with her hand.
the pursuit of coin is always a noble one.
Hell yeah, it is. Out of character.
Well, I have the occasional contact with the scurriers. They've always been polite to me.
I can never tell if you're like about to say more things or not. Like I can't.
He pauses in his sentence, waiting for you to speak.
Yeah, okay, cool. Do you
Nope.
think that
Never feel like you can't interrupt me, so just
okay?
if you want to say something, say something. If you have nothing to say, then I'll just leave the awkward silence hanging just so that Minnow can raise his eyebrow.
So, then do you think that you could maybe help us in getting into contact with them?
I might be able to.
I do not know what other services we can offer you that we've not already offered, but of course,
Well,
always on the table.
the help I can offer will be indirect. I don't want the scurriers knowing that I've directly sent you, as I don't want to change our business relationship, if you understand.
Of course.
But I can tell you something that might help you get in contact with them. A little
Oh,
bit of information. Well,
oh,
I heard the clinic down in South 4 is having a bit of trouble lately. Now, the clinic is in Southwall, and so the scurriers, they take things that happen in Southwall personally, if you will. It's their turf, so they like to make sure that everything runs smoothly there.
mm-hmm.
So, maybe you get to know the people at the clinic. You can see where I'm going with this, right? You don't need me to outright say it, do you?
No, I do not think that I do.
Good lass. Well then.
I get. Okay, I'm okay. All right. She bows again, and I can do that for you, and then just walks away.
Alright.
Every time I speak to that man, I like forget immediately the conversation we had afterwards.
It's his aura of power.
Really, it is. And also, I'm really distracted by the background music
It's
outside.
it's his intense level of drip that distracts you.
Oh, Minnow definitely appreciates that you are bowing to him though, like royalty.
Cool.
He gives us more money because.
I mean,
So Val, what did Minnow say?
I forgot. I forgot completely. He said
Oh my
something
God.
about. He said something about a clinic and getting in good with the people there.
Oh,
Where is it?
the one in
I wish I could tell
Southwall
you.
that Captain Abby told us about.
Did he
She
tell me where the
mentioned-
clinic was? I don't
Yes.
remember.
Tell me where the clinic was.
He heavily
she-
implied that where it was. I don't think he outright said it is here, but he very obviously and heavily implied that it is in Southwall.
Captain Abby
cool.
mentioned that as one of the ways we could get closer to the Scurriers.
So then we head there. Let us depart.
All these
Okay.
all these pretty ladies, and the one that has Valbella most flustered is this guy.
It's because I'm
She
stupid
has
and I have
she
ADHD.
has a thing for goblins with drip.
You know, they say in a lot of ancient texts, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
The beholder, bees where I come from are very dangerous.
Oh, those are not the phrase I was
Ah, yeah.
Hey,
referring
wait,
to.
bees are cool, guys.
The snow bees.
They're helpful.
How could I forget?
The snow bees, yes,
bees.
exactly. The snow
Yeah.
wasps, if you're being
They're just
specific.
really, really, really
Oh
fluffy.
my goodness! Oh my god!
Valbella, I hope you know that those are a thing now. You've made them canon.
Seriously?
Yep.
Cool. I'm okay
Bam,
with this.
magic. They're just really fluffy and like fuzzy.
Snow wasp.
Nope, she said they're very dangerous, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but they can still have a lot
No,
of fur
I meant
on 'em.
that.
their CR is rocketing up. All right.
South
Where would you like to
Wall.
go now? Ah, okay. Well, that answers my
South
question.
Wall.
I guess we're going to Southwall.
If everybody else wants to go
Oh.
there, you can. You don't have to.
Nobody has a
No,
choice.
actually,
go
I'm
to South
deciding
Wall.
to just leave the party.
Just leave the party. Just go. Just
Alright.
fuck off.
Now, the real question is,
Mm-hmm.
do I force the party to go through Slumtown?
Is that where the guy that sells houses is? I swear to God.
I think we should. Let's go
I
through.
don't
Let's
want
go
to go
through
to the guy that sells
Slumtown.
houses.
I feel like there's a reason
Oh.
he wants us to go here.
Ah, my friends, you're back.
Valbella rushes past him.
Wait, hang on.
Yeah, yeah.
I
She's
Are you
gonna
sure?
go down this
I-
way.
Oh,
She's
I
gonna
got
go down
it.
this way. Everyone
Bren.
go the other way.
I'm
Everyone go the
sorry,
other
I don't
way.
need a house.
But it's a
Wait,
very
which
good-
way are we going?
It's a very good price.
In
I'm
the-
sorry, I don't have any money.
Wait, oh. Tsutsuyu.
One day
what's
that's
up?
going to be important.
Tsutsuyu, before you leave, you know, the Nyanhari we've spoken to have been really helpful to us. Ozai, Clementine,
Oza.
even Maple.
What was it?
Oza, Clementine, and Maple.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's a Nyanhari woman behind
This is
me.
meta.
What if?
This is really
what if?
It's fine. It's fine.
This
Ignore
is
it.
meta.
Ignore it.
I'm ignoring it.
What if? What if that Nyanhari is helpful too?
Your logic astounds me, Renderov.
It wouldn't hurt to ask. They've been helpful so far. 100% is 100%. I
I
learned
think
that
you
in
should
physics
ask
class.
Renderov.
Yeah,
I'm not a fan of
Rindrov, you
cats.
go ahead. We're going to go to the clinic.
Yeah,
I,
Renderov, you have fun.
I,
Fine, I'll stay. I'll help you out, I guess.
I saw that ruler, Jay. I saw that ruler.
I wanted you
yeah,
to.
If you just find out more, just maybe things that new
More
people
about
wouldn't
what?
know about.
What am I supposed to be asking her?
Just things that new travelers in Al Zahar wouldn't know about, or just talk, like a conversation.
Rindra, we have so many other things to do right now.
Oh my
R-
god.
She
Rindrub not
called
being able,
from down here.
Rindrub not being able to hear Valbella doesn't make any motion
With
to
them
answer
big
her.
ass ears. Damn. Alright. Hi, excuse me.
Oh my god. Where's Fallon?
Yes, is
Fallon's
this something?
gone.
Is this something you needed?
Where's Fallon? Oh, she's over here.
We'll get to you,
Um,
Fallon, in a sec.
My friend here thinks that you would have some good information about new people to Al-Zahar. Do you have any, like, tips and tricks for travelers? Like, you're a local, you would know this sort of thing. Is there anything we should look out for?
Can I hear them from down here, Jay?
Oh, they're just having a normal
I can't.
conversation. They're not
Okay.
yelling, so no.
Hey!
You could probably hear the fact that they are talking, but not make it any words.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true, Luna. Croak actually did bow to a no-blog, so. Alright. The woman says, well, as far as advice for Outlanders,
Oh my god.
I suppose, don't get involved with any of the gangs down here in the slums.
Okay, that's really good advice. Thank you so much.
Lots of shady characters, and I wouldn't want you turning to crime after. Trails off.
Oh my
After
god.
what exactly? What
She-
happened?
She trails
Tell
off.
me more. No.
Tell me more, tell me more.
After what, ma'am?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about it. Just some history.
My child's a criminal of the first degree.
Well, now I am worrying about it.
It's really nothing. Just avoid the gangs. There's some shady characters down here in
Too late
the
for
slums,
that.
so I'd advise you don't get involved. But your business is your business.
Well, thank you, ma'am. We'll try our best.
R-
Rindrov?
Rindrub's gonna write on his notebook to show to Setsulio
Yeah.
what gangs are there in Al-Zahar
Ooh, that's actually a good question.
that we
Yeah.
should be on the lookout for.
What gangs in Al-Zahar should we, like, be watching out for?
All right, she's gonna motion you to walk closer, and
Oh
sort of
Gosh.
Okay.
so that she can
She
lower her
spits
voice.
in their like faces. Me, Granny Gang.
All right, she lowers her voice so that only you two can hear it, and says, "Well, in Southwall there's the Scurriers, and well, there's another gang as well, the Sidewinders.
Write that down. Write that down.
Skulk their way around in these parts of the city, and well, I can't exactly say, but I've been hearing whispers from others in Slumtown that there's some new group here.
Okay. Rindrov, did you get all that?
Some new group.
I'm gonna whisper to Rindrov, it's probably the cult that they were worried about.
Rindrub will not respond back, kind of tuck his trunk in.
Okay. Alright.
Rindrub will then, let's see, Rindrub will write back, we've never heard about the Sidewinders before. How do we steer clear of them?
That's true. We're familiar with the Scurriers, but not the Southwinders. Is there
Sidewinders.
anything south? What are we? Wait, what over there?
Sidewinders.
Sidewinders. Yep, that's the name. The Sidewinders. Is there anything in particular we should look out for with them?
Yes, just avoid anyone with a snake tattoo.
Cecilia takes offense to that in his head. He's like, God damn it.
It's their symbol.
Rendra, write that down, write that down.
I'm writing it down. And then
Thanks.
one more question to Cecilio,
Sure.
written down, is thank you for your information on the gangs. Are there any other criminals we should be aware of?
Well, I really couldn't say, to be honest. I try to stay out of that business.
Alright.
Jay, would you allow me to do an insight check?
Sure.
Alright.
You can always do insight checks. You can insight check anything anyone says.
For this particular... Okay, 12.
You don't get the sense that she's trying to lie to you, no?
Rindra would then just write back on his notepad, thank you.
Alright, and I'm gonna thank her as well, obviously. I'm not that much of an ass.
Well, it's always good to help an Outlander out when they're new in town.
Yes, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Rindra will write on his notebook, can we help you with anything? You seem troubled.
I'll be just fine. Don't you worry about me.
Rindra will put his notebook back and nod.
Alright.
Okay. While that's happening, Valbella, as you walk around this corner, on this side of town that you haven't, the side of the slum town that you haven't really been to, eyes follow you.
Ew,
As you walk
swaggy.
by.
Swag. They're like, their neck is just tall.
She's going to stop and then turn around to look at them.
All right.
Oh
They
no,
stare
I'm
at.
still on the.
They stare at you.
Can I help you boys with something?
Not at all. Move along.
You were the ones who looked at me first. They don't. My
Is
good
that-
short combat here should good night.
Is that a crime?
No, but I would prefer it if, you know, I didn't do anything to you, that you didn't stare at me like that. I know that I'm tall, but
Well, you just keep on walking, and there'll be nothing to stare at.
if I was staring in the first place,
Well, you are rather tall.
did you, like, need something from me? She, like, starts walking towards them.
Not at all. This is the one that's talking to you. This one just sort of has his arms folded, just kind of listening.
Ugh. Interesting.
Valbella, something that you notice. This man here has a tattoo of a snake wrapped around his bicep.
Oh, but I don't know that, do I?
You don't, but you do notice the tattoo.
I'm gonna take note of the tattoo, I suppose. Well, if neither of you have anything to do with me, then I guess I will be on my way. And then she turns around and just walks. I wanted to start combat, but nobody was around, so I won't. Also, it would have been pointless. I want combat, but I don't want it to be pointless.
Alright, Fallon, you make your way down the other street of Slumtown and stop by this small shop where Irfan is sitting in front of his rug. Ah, welcome back. Was there something you needed?
Hi, Irfan. Irfan. How do you
Yes.
say it?
Irfan, yeah, like ear,
Irfan?
like your ear. Irfan.
Irfan. Hey, so I was wondering if you need anyone for any work today.
Oh, me? Of course not. I am just casually sitting here, and there is nothing shady about this place at all. As you know.
Okay. What's on his list of, like, what is he selling again?
I can remind you if you want.
Yeah. What do you have for sale?
Right, let me pull it up. I have all manner of things, and he shifts to thieves' cant. I have vials of acid and poison. And I have caltrops for speedy getaways. I have costumes and disguise kits for when you need to deceive. I have sets of thieves' tools for when doors stand in your way. And should you ever need it, I also try my hand at forgery.
How much for? Wait, what's the one for the speedy getaway called?
Caltrops.
Caltrop? What do you say it again?
Caltrops.
Caltrops.
Um, Small little spiked bits of metal that you throw behind you.
Oh, those. Okay.
Yes.
I'll buy some acid.
Alright, that is 25 gold for a vial.
Drugs.
I think. Wait, this is straight up acid, not drugs, right?
No, it is straight up
Oh,
a burning acid.
yeah.
You mean to tell me that this man doesn't have the psychedelic form of acid?
Nah,
I'm never shopping there again. Jeez.
Jugs was the other guy.
I'm gonna buy some acid and then ask him, do
Seller.
you make this yourself or do you get this delivered?
I do not make it myself. It would be a little dangerous to make such things in this little shop of mine.
That is true. Any way you'd wanna tell me about your sources of getting any of this acid? I could buy some in bulk.
You could, but if you do so, you could simply do so from me. Are you attempting to cut me out of the business, dear?
I would never do that. Just sometimes you need a lot of acid. I guess I could do it through you.
And you need many vials of acid.
Well, yeah.
I see.
I mean, acid's better at lockpicking doors than lockpicks are.
Ass.
I suppose. But it does leave a very obvious trace.
That's only if they trace it back to me.
Indeed.
Alright, so I'm gonna buy the acid and be like, yeah, I'll be on my way. Thanks
Alright.
again.
Please return if you are in need of more items.
Oh, I'm sure I will be.
Alright.
Can't have enough mustaches.
Then you have a very good day.
Oh, bye, your fun. Okay, Fallon now has acid.
Alright. So Sutsu and Rinjo, by this time you're done your conversation.
I am now scared of Fallon, even though I don't know she has acid.
We should try to join up with the others.
No, actually, let's just walk away.
Oh, is that something you want to do?
No, it was sarcasm.
Oh.
Do we notice the people staring at us?
You get the sense that somebody's watching you.
I'll stare at him. Or try to find whoever's staring at me, at least.
I think we should get into a fight.
Cecilia may, in fact, get us all into a fight, depending on what these people say.
They just stand there and they watch you. as you stop and turn around in the middle of the street to look at them.
Yeah.
They just watch.
Valbella's gonna whisper to Rindra.
Wait, can I?
The one on the
Like,
far left
we
has
know
a bit
about
of a
the-
tattoo.
Yeah, we know about that. Can I like?
You'll-
not
you're
Let me
little-
tell you about the tattoo.
You're a little far away, and his like arms are folded, so it kind of obscures it. You'd probably have to get a bit closer.
Okay, then I will keep walking this way because it seems like Valbella's about
Excuse me.
to.
Again.
That's not what I thought you were gonna do, but okay.
Yeah. Valbella's gonna look between Rindrov and Cecilia and go, did those guys stare at you too? Like, while you were walking down?
Well, we are Loxodon and 1T walking together. It's a
Both of you
bit
are common,
peculiar.
like, common races in this town. Like, that shouldn't be, like, interesting.
You aren't not entirely all that common, yeah.
Oh, well, Loxodon are.
It's, well,
I'm just a rare, sexy bitch.
anything's interesting.
The one on the left, he like with his arms like up together. I got a little
Yeah.
closer, and whatever that is on his shoulder, or not, like his bicep or whatever, it's like in the shape of a snake.
That's not good.
Should we fight them? That's a joke. Like, is it like not good in the
that's-
not good for the
they-
environment sense?
so
You
they're
know,
in a
like the
gang.
environment.
We shouldn't try to cause a scene, especially if we want to work with the Rangers. And
If none of you want to start a fight, I'm more than happy with moving on.
They're just part of a gang.
Mm.
I'm gonna whisper that.
Okay. Well, I guess we had and gone.
Starting to think you guys might be the new gang in town.
I wanna fight! I wanna get into a fight, man.
Yeah, but if you don't get in a fight with the local
We still
gang
got
members,
2
who are
hours
you
and
trying to get in a
45
fight with?
minutes. It'll happen. It'll happen. I'll make it happen.
Alright, well.
Alright, then you make your way towards the tall walls of South Wall. And eventually arrive.
So dark in my house right now. The ambiance is really kicking in.
Alright. South Wall is as abandoned as it usually is, with just some beggars kind of sitting around in groups by their tents. And the shop that Fallon has previously visited still just sort of up and standing.
The drug guy, right?
Am I able to perceive where a clinic could possibly be?
There's a big building down
If
here.
it's outdoors. Oh, right there. Okay.
It's got it's
was
the only
very-
it's the only building with any lit sconces on the outside, so it catches your attention. You're not quite sure what it is, but
Val just strolls up to that bitch.
alright. While you approach Valbella, there is a wooden sign above the door, just kind of like roughly nailed into the top of the door frame, with a carving that reads "clinic." It appears as though this building was probably not originally a clinic, but it is at the moment.
Well, this seems like the place that we need to be, so.
Rindrov, what are you
Rindrov,
doing?
please get over here, Rindrov.
That's odd. The plates are broken outside of a building. And with a broken thing there?
Rindrov, I do not imagine that this building was, exactly in top-tier condition before it came into being a clinic.
Hmm.
Can we please get Rindrov a child leash, guys?
I swear
Please.
to God, I'm so fucking close to doing it. Anyway, into the building that we go.
Fallon, was there something you were doing or just standing there?
I was just standing here looking at
Okay, I just
Ringo.
wanted to make sure that you didn't like want to talk to that guy or something before you moved on. Okay.
Walk in the clinic and it's full of monsters, and oh my god,
Fight them.
combat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's full of imaginary monsters that you get to fight, but it doesn't cause any consequences for the campaign.
Hooray.
Wow, my kind of fight.
Yeah, wow, so generous
Oh
of
my-
you.
All right. You
I
walk
mean,
into the clinic. On the far end, past the table, you can see a series of beds all lined up, each of them filled. And a little closer to you than that is a round table in which a familiar face sits. Tasha is seated at the table and is just currently slicing some mushrooms with a small knife. Also within this building, you can see some crates kind of stacked up. A lot of them seem to have herbs, some of them fresh, piled up. As well as a table that's Cecilia kind of off to your side. Another sort of older woman sits, grinding a mortar and pestle, and she's kind of just like muttering to herself, talking to herself as she works.
Cool.
And then the last figure of note is a long-haired, bearded fellow who's standing next to one of the beds and is currently just sort of pressing a cloth against the head of one of the people lying in the beds. What would you like to do?
oh, Val's already dedicated completely into approaching Tasha.
All right.
Of course.
She looks over
Yeah.
as you enter and just sort of, you see a small moment of surprise cross her face, and then she smiles and says, "Oh, it's you. Hello."
Oh, it is pleasure to see you again. I didn't know where you ran off to. I hope you're doing well. She kind of like looks around and then sighs and goes, "That feels a bit like a inappropriate comment, so I hope that you will forgive my rudeness."
No, it's all right. I'm all right. I hope you're doing well as well.
Yeah, we're really just here to see if you all needed help, actually. Do you? She kind of like looks between Tasha and the mushrooms and just like offers, like she holds out a hand, goes, "May I?"
If you'd like to, I'm just. Who's cutting out? DJ. Is it me or somebody else? I just want to know. But I guess I'll continue while we wait for that answer. I just. It also might just be me purposefully stuttering, so. I just volunteered here. If you want to know more, Neela can let you know.
Is that the MILF in the corner? I don't say that in character. I don't say that in character.
Well, she looked towards the woman in the corner
Ah, cool. Okay.
when she said that.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Once I ask her my questions, I will be back to help you. And she gives Tasha a little bow and waddles over.
Alright.
Oh. Waddles over to the old lady. Older woman.
Cecilia,
Pardon.
these boxes here are full of some sort of herb. Not
fun.
anything that you particularly recognize. Some of them more dried than others. Some of them look fresh. Some of them look sort of purposefully dried out. And then the crates are closed. But I guess you could open one if you wish.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to wonder what was in there.
Fallon, the people in the beds that you are closer to, they look very unwell. They are sort of flushed, and you can see sort of the sheen of sweat on their foreheads and necks. And periodically they will cough.
I thought that was you actually coughing.
No. I'm just very good at it.
Yeah.
Periodically they will cough very violently, a kind of a deep chest cough.
What's the dwarf here doing?
He is just sort of going from bed to bed and placing washcloths on their foreheads.
Okay. Damn it! All I did was buy acid.
But
Okay.
as you approach, he sort of turns, intending to move to the next bed, but sees you and says, "Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello.
Is there something you needed? You're not sick, are you?"
No, I'm just visiting.
Ah, good. We don't have any extra beds here, so
Are you like the nurse here, or like the?
well, my wife and I, we are running the clinic.
Oh, that's your wife.
Aye, Neela over there.
Okay, that's very nice.
And I'm Yeamond. What's your name?
Oh, I'm Fallon, and I'm here with my friends, and we're just we're looking to help out.
Aye, well, can always use some extra hands around here. We've been far busier than we expected to be.
Oh yeah, of course. Rindra over there is really smart. Valbella can lift a lot of stuff. Sitsuli over there, huge people person. If you ever need anyone to like help with the people in the
Please stop.
beds.
I see.
Please stop.
Good bedside manner, you mean?
I'm
Yeah,
begging
great
you.
bedside manner.
No,
Aye,
please
well.
stop talking.
We could always use someone to help boost the spirits of the patients.
No, please.
Oh god, this would be great for that. This is the best sense of humor.
I see.
I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna kill myself with my own weapon.
And
That-
well, I guess
That's the reason why Cecilia passes out.
Yeah.
Social
He
stress.
tries to kill himself. He's like, I don't want to do stand-up comedy. Just...
it's kind of like that deadpan humor, you know?
He's like, dang, you guys are sick. Kind of sucks, huh?
Sucks, man.
Sounds like a you problem.
Aye, well, I am here tending to the patients. If you don't mind, you could assist in replacing the washcloths, but my wife would know more about the details of what we need at the moment.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll help with the washcloths. It looks like my other friend's already there talking to them.
Aye, alright, well, you take the ones on the left side of the room, over here. And I'll finish off with the others.
Okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Bless you for helping.
Oh, anytime you... What was your name? Yemund?
Yeaman.
Yemen.
Yemund. Got it.
Aye, the Wild Father smiles on those who aid the weak and helpless.
Oh shit! Sorry, I'm
Oh.
really excited.
I almost asked who the Wildfather was, but then I remembered.
Can I hear him say this? Cause like I'm within like 20 feet of him. Can I hear him say that?
Just sort of like kind of like your ear twitches and you just kind of get that bit of the conversation. But not like the whole thing or its
Right.
context.
Okay. So that's cool. I'll keep that in mind. So he knows who the Wildfather is. That's awesome. Okay.
All right, Fallon, you sort of busy yourself. He's given you sort of like a small little bucket of water to sort of dampen the washcloths. Because each of them seem like they're sort of flushed and heavily sweating.
Okay. Do I notice about anything about these people other than they're sick? Like maybe like how they're dressed or like tattoos? Like do they all look like they're from Southwall?
Most of them. This one here looks like he's not really wearing the same thing as the rest, but the others are wearing rags like the rest of Southwall wears.
Okay.
But this guy looks like he's maybe not from Southwall, because he sort of he's wearing like nicer tunics, and he has sort of like a band of what appears to be some sort of precious metal that sort of keeps the braid in his beard in place. So
Okay.
he looks probably too affluent to have lived in Southwell.
Okay.
All right, Valbella, you approach the woman in the corner, who is just sort of talking to herself. But she turns around and says, yes, is there something I can help you with?
Actually, I was wondering if there's something that I could help you with. Just anything in general. My friends and I are here to help you with the... She kind of gestures to their patients. And
I see.
if you can...
The entire time as you're talking, she has not stopped grinding the mortar and pestle. But as she turns to kind of look at you and talk, you can see that she has sort of dark bags under her eyes as if she hasn't gotten a lot of sleep lately. And she says, well, we are short-staffed. Yes, there's definitely something you can help us out with around here. And then she sort of, as she continues, she's now picked up the bowl and is just sort of like walking back and forth, still grinding.
Do you mind? Valbella like offers to take the mortar and pestle out of her hands and goes, I can do this for you if you'd like. I'm sure that I have experience with mortars and pestles and things like this.
I see. Yes, then just grind it thoroughly. I'm going to go check some of our stores to see what we might need help with.
Sick. Okay, she grabs it and just starts grinding the pestle into the mortar. And
Sutsu, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'll get back to you in 1 second. Sutsu, you see the woman just sort of go over to these crates and she starts lifting them and checking the contents. Continue, Val.
I was just gonna say, while she walks over there, Val's going to come back over to this area. This area specifically. Oh god. And like she's gonna like kind of push the table out of the way so that she's in like, but she's not gonna like make it so that Tasha can't do her work. And I'm going to cast detect magic. And that should, I believe, reach to every corner in this room.
Okay.
Yeah, it reaches him, reaches her, and it reaches over here, and it reaches over there. Yeah. Okay. So I should be able to like detect magic for every individual person in here. And what do I do for that?
Okay.
Oh, I don't do anything. Okay,
I'm going to type to you on Discord what you see, okay? And then since you're just doing this privately and the others are not aware of it, I'm just going to quickly type that out, okay?
Cool, I look forward to it. Everyone enjoy the sick vibes of the desert music.
I am not enjoying. I am enjoying the vibes of the desert music, but you know what I'm not enjoying? The fact that it's past 8:30 and the power's back on.
What's your laptop at, my dude?
I had a hunch that it wasn't going to.
It's on
Oh
50.
That's not bad.
It's on 53.
That's not bad.
So it should be okay, but they're currently evaluating the condition of our power outage right now. So yeah.
How's everybody else?
Pitch black in my house. It is mildly terrifying. I can't see anything, but it's fine.
All right.
Do you have
personal
like
problem?
There you go.
Oh shit. Okay. Interesting.
You want to share with the class?
You're not near me. I can't exactly do that.
And as you're doing that,
not metagame. But...
As you are doing that, Neela returns, kind of heading over to where you're now standing, and says, yes, there's a few things we're out of. Tasha, could you take a trip out to the bazaar? We need some more of the hummingbird mushroom. Natasha says, Yes, I can take care of that. She looks at you, Valbella.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh,
would-
did you
would you like
want me
to-
to come with you?
Yes, well, what with everything that happened the last time I was on my own, I thought maybe someone of your well, stature and
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, I
muscle
don't mind
would
accompanying you.
accompany me.
Yeah, I don't mind at all. She hands back the mortar and pestle to, is it Nayla or Neela?
Neela.
Neela. She hands it back to Neela, and I don't know if I have to make like a performance check on this or whatever, but like
Yeah,
I'm
just tell me what
going
you-
to assume that it's like done, like it's like crushed.
Yeah. You know what you're doing. It's not
Cool.
an incredibly complicated, complex task. So
Okay.
as long as you were spending the time doing it, you would have accomplished it.
Yeah, she was doing it. It's like a doing something with her hand type thing. Anyway, she hands it back to Neela.
I thank you.
Of course. I believe that unless you need my friends for anything, they will still be here. It seems that Fallon has taken to helping
I
the gentleman.
yes, I'm sure I can put them to work in some way while you head out with Tasha.
Val's going to glance back at Rindrov. Oh, he's gone. And then like before she walks out completely, fuck. How can I do this in like a sneaky way? In like a
little sneaky
Um,
face. A little sneaky snake.
so like as she walks by, she's going to like hug Rindrov and pat him on the back and then just like whisper to him. Neela's bracelet has an abjuration cast on it. And the lady behind me has illusion magic. I am going to keep an eye on it, but until I get back, see what you can figure out about the abjuration spell. And then she's going to pat him on the head and go, "You can do that for me, right? Help the nice lady."
What did you just do to me? Is that a frugal thing to wrap your arms around someone? I haven't experienced that with anyone but my parents.
That is what you call a hug, Rindrov.
Oh,
Rindrop
She
needs to be
hugs him
hugged
again.
more.
She hugs him again, just for fun this time.
oh, okay.
You hear? You know, I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to trust that you heard me, and hope that you helped the nice lady.
Yeah, I can help.
Okay. And off she goes.
All right, Tasha accompanies you. And she's just kind of,
Ooh.
wow, you are very close with your friends.
Yeah, I've known them for approximately 2 days, but I'd like to think that we are close.
All right. Then if everybody in the clinic is okay, let's take a little Tasha Valbella detour, shall we? Unless there's something very pressing that someone wants to do in the clinic.
Nope.
Nope.
Wait,
Sorry,
Soot's gotta
y'all.
start up his stand-up comedy. Come on.
Stop.
Well, we were gonna
No.
get back to what you guys do. I just wanted to know if you were
I'm begging you.
absolutely needing to do something right now, or
Oh, I have an idea to get out of you making me do that. So.
right. We will get back to that in a moment then. We won't be.
Sorry, y'all. I'm being gay or whatever.
God, get out.
1 second. I just want to copy you guys.
Hey, listen. She personally asked for me.
Gee. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All of you are inside. Big. All right. So you and Tasha make your way just sort of down to the streets of Southwall. And as you do, I'm not going to make you walk through every location.
Thank God.
But as you do, she talks with you. And she says, I didn't realize that you had experience with herbs and medicines. I saw you grinding the mortar and pestle.
It's sort of a thing that I picked up on my travels to Al-Zahar. It's not something that I used to do very often, but I come from a culture that did it a lot. So I thought that, you know, in my travels, I might pick it up again.
I see. I can't claim to be any expert in medicine myself, but my grandmother taught me some herbal remedies, and I wanted to help out where I could.
That is very noble of you. I'm sure that your grandma would be proud.
Yes, I hope so. And as you continue to walk,
Give a shift. Shift.
what?
Oh, the music like flat out dropped. Like there was
song?
no music whatsoever.
Song may have ended.
I was afraid.
All right, go away, go away, go away, go away.
Oh, tiny. We small.
All right. Now, so as you make your way through the city streets, Tasha just sort of rattles on about what you are there to find.
Cool. Thank God, because I have no clue what we're doing here.
She says, well, as Neela said, we're looking for hummingbird mushroom. I believe the merchant Muna stocks some of it.
I'm sorry, her name is Muna?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that so much. She looks very sun aspect, like if you can't see the moons on her face. So that just really threw me for a loop there. Anyway, continue. Sorry.
I believe Muna stocks it. We're trying to make, I believe what Neela wants to do is make a poultice to help calm the fever.
What kind of fever is it, do you know?
Well, from what Neela has told me, it is Beggar's pox, which does cause a fever.
Do you see many people visit?
Well, the ones in the clinic are the ones that are sick with it, but from what I can see, the clinic is getting full, so I'm hoping that no one else comes down with it.
Have you gotten any? Oh my gosh, I'm in the fountain. I walk in the fountain now. Have you gotten any closer to maybe finding a cure?
Well, the traditional ways of treating beggar's pox have all been, resisted by Neela and Yemen's treatments. They haven't been able to find a mixture of herbs that has worked yet. Which is why they're trying to keep the fevers down, to keep the patients alive while they find something.
I see.
As you arrive at this shop here, Tashi just says, 1 minute, and says, hi, do you stock hummingbird mushroom? I was told that you may have some. And the woman behind the counter says, yes, I believe I have some in store. Here, I'll give you your nameplate number. There you go.
Two pretty ladies. Thank you, that's all.
And she busies herself with some crates under her tent, and then comes back with a cloth parcel and says, I'm not sure how much you need, but this should serve your purposes. Thank you. And you see her sort of pass some gold over to Muna as she passes the parcel back.
Fuck, I feel like I should cover it. Ball's gonna like hold out her hand and then go, please, I'm sure that you need that for other things in
Oh, well,
gathering.
Neela gave me this gold for the market.
I'm going to at least help in this way. How much was she handing over?
3 gold.
Okay, and then I'll hand over 3 instead because small business. Support small business.
I see. Well, thank you, Tasha says.
It is no problem.
I'm sure that will help the clinic with their funds. And Muna says, is that all? Anything else you need? And Tasha says, no. That's all for today, thank you. Begins to walk away.
Fuck. Ugh. You're giving me a minute of pause here, and I feel like I should do something with that, but I
You
don't
don't
know
have
what
to.
do with it.
Tasha doesn't need anything else, but if you wanted to buy something, I guess you could, but there's no need to.
She's gonna like walk up to Moon and go, have you heard of the Beggar's Pox?
You must be speaking of the occurrences in Southwall, yes?
Yes, yes, that is actually what I am talking about.
Yes, it's a sad thing. Typically, Beggar's Pox is treatable, but from what I've heard, they are not able to treat this particular strain.
Do you know what they usually use to cure it, and who goes about creating the medicine to cure it? Or
I'm
treat it, I suppose?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I've never treated anyone with Beggar's Pox myself, so it isn't really my area of expertise.
Do you know of anybody who has, other than, of course, Toshia and the
Well, yes,
Fowls?
my only answer would be to try the clinic, but I seem to not be having much luck.
Okay, well, thank you for the information you've given me. Have a pleasant rest of your day. And then she bows to Muna and
You as
heads
well?
back with Tasha.
Right. You sort of make a return trip down the same path you came.
Ooh, teleportation powers.
And Tasha just sort of excitedly chatters on about the poultice. And she says, yes, it's made to calm fevers, and you make the poultice from a mixture of hummingbird mushroom, wild sage root, lavender, and a moss that they find in the desert.
Can, like, do I have a little tiny notebook? Could I, like...
I mean,
do I have a tiny little notebook?
you can just use your brain to remember things.
I could. But also I'm stupid.
If it's not in your inventory, then that's a no.
Damn, that's fine. Well, I'll try to remember this shit and then write it down in a tiny little notebook later.
If you forget it and need to remember it later, we can do an int check.
Okay, cool.
But she's just sort of chattering excitedly about the poultice and how she hopes it'll help
Valbella
them.
is listening intensely.
But before too long,
Waiting
the two of you make your way back through the slums to Southwall.
Before we are like fully to the clinic, I'm assuming you're just gonna have a spawn like
I was gonna bring you back
in
there,
the-
but you can say where you want to stop if you want to stop part of the way.
I want to stop like like in front of it because I want to ask her about her scarf.
Okay.
Okay. Where? Okay. Over here.
Jay's just like, okay, you want to ask her about her scarf? All right.
It's fine with me.
Yeah.
There's no issue with that.
So before they get down to the clinic, Vol's gonna stop and she's gonna just like walk a little bit away from the Mr. Ratman down there, and
She was kind of turned to walk down this way, but she sees you walking the other way, and she says, and just kind of approaches. Where are you headed?
I wanted to ask you a little bit of a question about your scarf.
Okay, hang on. When you say scarf, her eyes go wide.
I'm so sorry. It looks beautiful, and I wanted to know where you might have gotten it.
Oh,
Don't detect the lie. Don't detect the lie.
Lucky you. Oh, well, and you just kind of see her touch it slightly. It was a gift from my grandmother. I don't know where she got it.
Do you mind if I? And she like reaches a hand out as if she's going to like touch the.
She
fabric.
jumps back.
Okay, I don't want to cross any lines. I'm sorry.
She kind of stutters for a few seconds, and then she looked very on edge when she jumped back. But as you sort of like apologize, you see her sort of relax slightly, and she takes a couple more steps towards you. Not nearly as close as she was before, but
Right.
relaxes slightly.
It seems that it is a very important scarf to you.
I apologize. I just
It's okay.
I don't like physical contact.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. It's not you or anything like that.
No, it is okay. I understand.
I don't mean to
I'm
be
a
rude.
more. No. It is okay. Seriously. It. I am just obviously, as you saw with my friend. I'm more of a very like, physical affection kind of person. But I get it. I understand. Is there something? The story behind the scarf, like something special about it?
It's just an heirloom from my grandmother. That's all.
And who was your grandma?
Just a kindly old woman. She's passed away now.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I understand the feelings of loss. And she kind of just like swallows. And just nods her head and goes, "Well, if there's anything that you wanted to like talk to me about, I know that we've not known each other for very long, but I'm quite open to, just talking about things like that."
I understand you. You are quite nice and well, easy to talk to, but some things are just hard to talk about.
No, yeah, I'm not going to. I wouldn't pressure you to talk to me about something like that. Of course not. And I was just offering, because I know that sometimes things like that can be a little hard to keep to yourself, especially when it feels like that you are bottling it up. I have a lot of experience with feelings like that, and you seem like a very nice woman, and I don't want to go through the same things that I've been going through for a long time now.
I see. Maybe You see her kind of just sigh softly, and she says, "Maybe another time."
Of course, yeah. I'm
I-
really not that worried about it. You seem torn up about it, so.
And maybe you could tell me about the things that you keep inside as well.
She kind of looks at the ground, like her hands just kind of like come together, and she just slowly nods her head and goes, I would like to do that.
I,
Julia, shut
I, I see. We should probably get the mushrooms to Neela.
Val nods her head and goes, yeah, yes. And then she just kind of walks around Tasha, and she's like cautious about it. She doesn't want to like get too close.
Tasha did seem pretty tense for a bit of that conversation, but she seems like she's relaxed a bit now. Alright, so jumping...
Listen, chat, I know
back
things that you don't.
Jumping back in time slightly.
What did chat say? Fill me in.
Oh, nothing. They just kept like they were like the scarf and the Granlow blush emoji.
Oh my god.
Jumping back in time slightly, Tasha and Valbella leave the clinic, and the rest of you. Fallon's still kind of busy placing washcloths, but Neela is going to put the others to work.
The answer is actually no, I will not be. I will not be working. I swear to God, if I have to do stand-up comedy.
Neela says, well, if you're waiting for your friend, then I have work for you if you want to not just stand around.
Rendra, what would you like to help out?
Rindra will write in his notebook to show in front of Cecilio's face. I'd like to help, but I'd like to know if the affliction is contagious first.
Sure. He wants to help, but is this contagious?
Well, it certainly can be, but it's more from prolonged exposure, so the ones most at risk here are me and Yemen. But as long as you just make it brief, you should be alright.
Okay, Rendra, how do you feel about that?
Rindra will write back, define brief, and brief is in quotation marks.
Define brief.
Well, from what we've seen, it's exposure across approximately a week. Just one day's volunteer work shouldn't do you any harm.
Rindra will then write back, I can check to Cecilio. I can check the patient to see if I can find out more, and then if there is a need for any use of my knowledge and magic, I'll be happy to help.
I'm just gonna read that verbatim.
Alright, you read that off verbatim. You're welcome to take a look at the patients if you have some sort of medicinal background.
Alright, Rendra, do your thing.
Rindra will nod and then go down to the first patient and try to check up on him.
Alright,
To
the
his knowledge.
first patient is a rather old-looking woman, wearing rags. You can see that she's sort of dripping with sweat, and she seems to be maybe slightly delirious because she doesn't really notice you. If you'd like to make a medicine check, you can.
Okay. 11.
Alright. You aren't particularly sure. Definitely not sure how to cure it, but from what you can tell, she clearly has some sort of fever as she's sweating pretty heavily. And so really the only information you're able to gather is that keeping the fever down may prolong her life.
Then Rindrov will just be checking each patient to see if the symptoms are different.
All right.
But I can obviously wait and see what others will do while I'm doing that.
Neela looks you up and down, Cecilia. Aye, and well, what's your area of expertise, my friend?
Relic hunting? I know nothing about this.
I see. Sounds like dangerous work.
Yeah, it can be. It's fun, but
Rindrov, as you move to the next patient, Yeamond is kind of placing a washcloth. She also looks quite bad, though not quite as bad as the previous woman. And Yeamond is carrying a bucket of water that he's using to sort of soak the washcloth and then place on her head. And as you sort of approach, he says, I can't seem to break the fever.
Rindrov will write in his notebook, show it to Yeaman, but he'll write it in Dwarvish.
Right.
And will say, do you have a vial? I can change the water to make it divine. That might heal the patients.
Well, we can see what we've probably got some vials here. We can pour some water into. Where'd a lad like you learn to speak Dwarvish?
He'll write back in Dwarvish. First couple years of studying.
I see. Well, seem like quite a studious lad. Let me see if I can find you a vial.
And then while he's doing... Well, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, he heads off to kind of rummage through a chest. You can do something in the meantime if you wish.
Rindrov will just prepare the ceremony spell and try to ritually cast. So anything that he'll do beforehand to get prepared, then as soon as the vial is provided, then Rindrov will obviously cast it on the vial.
All right. Yeah, you spend some time preparing. There's only so much you can do before you have the item you need to actually bless, but you spend some time kind of preparing the spell beforehand. And eventually Yeaman returns and says, you think this will do?
Rindrov will nod and then will touch it with his giant hands, and he'll bless the water with Justicia's blessing.
Alright. You see the water sort of sparkle for a second. And you now have holy water.
Okay. Rindrov will first go... if Rindrov has a vial of holy water, Rindrov's going to go to the bedside of this first patient and will try to... would I know if I put it on a washcloth if the holy water would dissipate, or would I have to drip it on their head?
It won't dissipate if you place it on the washcloth.
Okay, then I'll borrow a washcloth and place the...
I imagine this is something you've tried before, just the spell in general, so I think you'd know that it doesn't dissipate.
Yeah, and then Rindrov will then place the holy water on the washcloth, and then place the washcloth on, saying, Justicia, obsecro, sanaiorum. And we'll see what happens.
The woman was sort of breathing heavily and coughing, and she calms slightly, but you can actually feel, as you place the washcloth, you can actually feel how hot her forehead is through the washcloth. And Yeoman kind of speaks from behind you. Well, seems like that might have eased some of the pain, but... And then he kind of reaches past you to place his hand on top of the washcloth. I don't know if this is going to cure this fever on its own, though. The woman looked like she was sort of in pain beforehand, sort of delirious and writhing slightly, but she looks a little more lucid now. She kind of is looking at you and Yeoman, though still coughing periodically.
Ranger will write back to his notebook. This could be useful if patients are very close to the end.
Aye. Seems like it's eased their pain some, so thank you, lad.
And then we'll write back. Do we know what caused the beggar's pox?
Well, hard to say. Every once in a while there's an outbreak, but it's never been this severe. It's usually treatable.
Rindra will also write in the book in Dwarvish, is there anything magical that might be afflicting them more seriously?
Well, nothing that I've been able to sense. It appears to be beggar's pox. It's all the same symptoms, but just seems especially potent this time around.
Rindra will nod and then write in the journal, well, if there's anyone similar to this woman, I can prepare the holy water and pour it on them in a similar manner.
Aye, the woman down here, and he's going to begin to lead you. A couple beds down to another woman in rags. Aye, she's been writhing in pain for the past few days, so if you could, lad, perform that same little trick, I imagine she'd be grateful.
Rindra will go through the same process, and we'll say again, Justicia, obsecro, stanaiorum.
Alright, while that's happening, Cecilio.
Oh, great.
The woman, Neela, has been asking you questions about your work.
Oh, fun.
And so she's like, I imagine that's rather dangerous work, is it not?
Yeah, but it's interesting and I learn a lot, so it's worth it.
I see, and you get yourself in dangerous situations then? You know how to handle yourself?
More or less.
I see. I see, kind of think to herself for a moment.
She's like, Can he fight people?
Yeah, she does seem to be considering that fact.
It's funny. I don't know why, but it is.
Well, I may have a job for you lot.
Alright, what is it?
Well, we could wait for your friend to return, or I could describe it now if you wish. It's up to you.
Yeah, tell me. I'll tell the rest of them later.
Alright. Well, you see, nothing we've been able to do has helped the patients here. And I've been rummaging through my whole storage of herbs and medicines, and none of them have been able to ward off this sickness. So I started turning elsewhere, buying from the shops in the Golden Bazaar. And, well, not much success with those either. there's one last thing I want to try, but getting to it, it's not quite as easy.
Alright, you've piqued my interest. What is it?
Well, I've heard rumors from asking around that there are creatures in the refuse pits down in the sewers below the city.
Oh. Yeah, we've been there.
You
there
have?
are yes, there are creatures down there.
Have you seen any snails?
We weren't really looking for snails. Probably. There's pretty much everything down there.
Well, there's the slime from a particular snail that I've heard can be found in the sewers. I think it might be just what I'm looking for my last try at this remedy.
So you want us to go into the refuse pit and find snails for you? I mean, I'm not judging. That sounds fine to me, but that's
Slime from a snail is what I'm looking for.
Give me a second. Hold on. I have to look in his little bag. Oh, cool. All right. I'm gonna pull out my parchment and my pen, and I'll be like, all right, what do the snails look like?
Well, I've never actually seen one myself. Only heard rumors
Any
about
descriptive qualities?
Well, I've heard that the shell of the snail in particular has a quality a bit like the bones of other animals. Sort of a white kind of ivory color. But other than that, I really don't know.
Okay. He's writing this down. He's like, look for snails. White shell. Tell everybody. All right.
Stories from the sewers are that those particular parts of town are a little dangerous, so I haven't ventured down there myself. I was beginning to get a little desperate, and I thought I might have to, but with you a lot here, if you can handle yourselves, then I'd be very grateful.
No, we'll take care of it. Honestly, that's more my forte. I'm not particularly well versed in the medicine type, so.
As you say that, the door opens,
Oh, wow.
and in walks Valbella and Tasha.
Oh, it's the gay therapy group. Wow.
Valbella, Tasha is going to lead you back over to the table here. She's going to set the parcel down on that table.
Okay, swag.
And
Not
she
in the table.
she unwraps the parcel and just begins excitedly showing you the hummingbird mushrooms.
Valbella is going to just watch with like the most. I am listening to you.
Great. I'm gonna distract you from doing that and just walk right over.
Okay, as you walk up, Tasha is just sort of rattling on about. Look, Val, you see, it just looks like it has sort of a reddish color, but then when you wash them in water, and she sort of is like pouring water over them, they have sort of a rainbow sheen to them. Look.
Val like bows her head down. Like she kind of like gets on her knees to try and like get a closer look.
Stare at them.
So pouring water on them is a useful way to sort of forage for them, because you can determine if they're a different type of mushroom or if they are the hummingbird. She's just kind of rattling on and on and on.
Hey,
and
Val.
oh,
Hey.
hi, yes. Val kind of like shakes her head and turns around to look at Soots.
Yeah, we got
Sutsulio,
stuff
apologies.
to do. We got stuff to do.
You all do. I just came back.
No, you're coming with.
Oh, like leave.
Yes.
She kind of looks. She looks over at
Yeah,
Tasha
we have
and then.
a
That-
thing to go do.
Oh.
Yeah, we
What
gotta
is the
look
thing?
for he pulls out his piece of parchment. We gotta go look for white snails in the refuse pit.
Valbella looks over at Tasha. Do you know anything about these snails?
I've heard Nira speak of them from time to time. She seemed like she was looking for them for some sort of remedy, but I can't say I know much about them myself.
Oh, that is too bad.
Yeah, Neela approached me, so do you want to go or?
I mean, I do not suppose that I have a choice, and I don't exactly mind.
Yeah.
So
No, you don't. We're going now.
as long
I need to
as
get out of here.
Tasha doesn't mind,
I'm
sure I can go.
He's already walking away. Actually, wait, no,
Oh.
he's gonna go walk this way. Du-du-du.
Yes, Neela seemed like she was looking for that, so if you could find it for her, I'm sure she'd be very grateful.
I will do the best that I can. I promise you. And then she just kind of looks at Tasha with a smile. And
Oh
walks
my
over
god.
to the-
She
Stop
shoots.
talking.
She shoots a smile back at you and says, "I'm sure your best is very good."
Shut up.
Sorry, I'm good. I'm good. I'm so good. I'm so good.
Yeah, okay, anyway.
Oh, Bella's
Back to me now.
beaming.
I've been sitting here in silence for like an hour.
You could be doing a comedy routine, but instead
I
you're
was
complaining.
fully prepared to go inside my lantern instead of performing a comedy routine.
Alright, Cecilio, as you approach the rest of your
That's a bit
party,
overdramatic.
Yemen walks up. Hey, your friend said that you had quite a bedside manner. Is that why you're here?
You can't escape it.
Actually, no. I'm gathering
No, he's
them
very good with
'cause-
people,
hey,
actually.
Hey,
He's just a little shy.
that's not why I'm here. We're going to look for snails in the refuse pit.
We're here to
I
help
need them-
them, and the least
No.
that you can do is brighten a bring a smile to a few people's faces.
Fallon and Rinja, you over here. We're going to look for snails in the refuse pit.
Why?
They're for a remedy.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you don't have a choice. I'll drag
I
you
mean,
with
the
me
quicker
otherwise.
the quicker we get there, the faster.
The faster
we
you
can
get
get
into
back.
combat, isn't it? You gonna go try to fight
That's
something,
meta
aren't
of you.
you?
That's meta of you. What
That
are you
was out
talking
of
about?
character. Joke's
Oh,
on you.
oh. Okay.
If I don't hiss my
then-
essence, it's out of character. I say that, but then half the shit I say in character I forget to anyways. It's fine.
So yeah, I guess we go into that refuse pit or whatever.
Rinja is already on his way.
Oh.
Indra was like, snails, snails, snails.
Come on, Fallon. We have to make this as quickly as possible.
Perhaps I'll show my bedside manner when we get back. Yeah? And then I just...
You promise?
I
Do you?
just
Is
dro-
that?
I
Are you
just-
making
Yeah,
promise?
my
Alright.
promise is that I'm
I'll
gonna
hold
hop
you
in my
to that.
lantern, and then you guys are gonna not deal with it anymore. I
That's
will
not
sit
what
in
you're
there for all
promising
4
to
hours.
him. Anyway,
I will sit in there for 4 hours to not have to do comedy skit. I say that, but now I promised that old man, and now I gotta look up knock knock jokes. God damn it.
Alright. Then, the four of you make your way out of the clinic. And as you do, as you walk through the door, you immediately hear a voice from behind you. And it says, "G'day."
oh shit.
And you turn to
Hello?
see the ratfolk woman from the bar.
Oh, hello.
You recall her name was Straw.
Cool. Yeah.
I figured no one remembered that, so I just
I
gave
don't.
it to you.
Yep.
Her name.
Good
Her name was
assumption.
Strill, right?
What?
Oh, Strel. Never mind.
Strel was her name, yeah.
Got it.
And she's just kind of casually leaning against the outside of the clinic. And as you turn to face her, she says, "Going poking around in the refuse pit, then, eh?"
That was the plan. I hear that there are snails down there.
Alright, well, can't say I know much about the snails, but if you're heading down in the sewers, boss might want to talk to you.
Why would he want to do that?
Well, he can explain himself.
I suppose. Are we all in favor of going this trail?
I mean, I guess.
I do not imagine we have many other options.
You don't have to come with me if you don't want to.
No, I'm curious. I think that we should go.
Well then.
We moving, we going. Nobody, Rin, Fallon, you guys got any objections?
They just stand there and they're like, yeah, all right.
I'm up for going.
Okay. Where are we going?
I really like how I thought my power was going to be on like an hour ago, and they were just now like, it's being caused by severe weather. Stay safe.
I
And I'm like,
wonder.
okay, well, that's so, oh, you had to do that. It took you an hour to figure out that it was weather. Great. Anyway,
She leads you over to the other building. And just sort of gives a little sort of two-finger salute to the two rat folk who are standing out front and just walks right past them into the door.
Where are we going in?
okay, I guess we are walking inside.
Yep, I'm gonna...
You walk into a very dingy and disgusting looking building.
It has character.
Sincerely looks around with a slight look of disgust.
The two guards out front of the door just kind of give you stern looks as you enter, but they let you pass.
It
And,
has character.
Straw makes
has
her way
dust.
over to the corner of the room and pulls the rug back, and under which is a trap door.
Mystery door.
It was under the carpet.
It was under the carpet this whole time. Whoa.
Well, you're gonna want to give me a count of 10. If one of you walks down that ladder first, then you get crossbow bolt right in between your eyes.
Ooh, that sounds fun. It'll get me out of bedside duty.
So be good.
Oh my goodness.
Count to 10, then follow me. All right.
Fun.
All right, do we do Mississippi or like
three,
regular count?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And they go.
Hang on.
Okay,
Right.
I guess you're running.
Then you open the trap door and make your way down.
Hell yeah, we do.
All right. Shall we go down?
We shall.
Actually, no, we don't, and we leave.
All right. Inside, it is a stone basement with a crackling fire off to your left along one side, next to a long table.
Am I hitting the roof of this place? By the way.
You have to duck.
Cool.
Imagine having to duck.
Love having back problems.
6-foot guy. I'll buy you a back brace. No,
Nice.
just kidding. Pay for it yourself.
Okay.
After you enter, one of the guards follows from behind you
I mean, fair.
and stands next to the ladder.
I'm going to assume that King Rat is this motherfucker right here, and
I'm
we We walking.
King Rat.
I like his nose. His nose
throughout-
looks soft.
Throughout the room, you can see sort of stacks of crates and barrels, full to the brim of all sorts of different items. But Strel leads you over to a rather small rat folk, about the size of a gnome, rather short and kind of hunched over. And he's at sort of a low table that's his height. And he's sort of flipping through a book. And Strel leads the lot of you over. But the other thing in the room that you can see is a rather burly looking mouse folk who is carrying a greatsword and leaning against the
Yeah,
wall.
you say aw, but
Okay, listen. He looks like a friend.
he'll cleave you in half.
He looks like a friend who could cleave me in half.
He's covered in scars and has an eye patch. And is just sort of quietly leaning against the wall and watching you all.
I'm sorry, he looks like a friend.
I think everything looks like a friend to you.
But Strel leads you over to this rat folk here, who is sort of dressed in kind of elegant garb, with lots of sort of gold jewelry. And he sort of eyes you up and down as you approach. And Strel says, might have found some people for the job. And he continues to kind of eye you up and down and says, yeah, really, eh? In sort of a nasally, more high-pitched tone. Looking to do some work for the Southwall Scariers?
Sure, I suppose it would not. Sure, we are always up for getting more coin.
Valbella, as you answer,
Mm-hmm.
the next words he says are in a language you do not understand.
Is it thieves can't?
You do not understand it.
I know. I'm
but-
just saying.
But Fallon, your ears perk up.
Yep.
So Valbella, he is talking to you, but you do not understand what he's saying. Fallon, you overhear what he's saying. And he says, and what exactly makes you fit to work for us? And then he just kind of stares at you, Valbella, waiting for you to answer.
Fallon's time to shine.
What do I do?
Valbella, what makes you think you're good enough for this job?
I am strong. My companion here, she motions to Fallon, understands thief speech better than I ever could. And she's very good.
He
at
has
getting
stopped
in
paying
and out.
attention to you, Valbella. He's not even looking at you. This one's interesting. He says that in common.
Yeah, not the 10'4" furbolg.
He hires only Val.
He just sort of makes a little motion with his claws for you to step up, Fallon.
Ball's just gonna step back.
What's your name?
May.
Alright, May. My name is Snickrich.
Snickrich?
Indeed.
I don't know how I'm supposed to take this man serious. I'm so sorry. This is completely out of character.
Now then. He's shifting back into Thieves Camp. Understand you're looking for a little bit of work.
Always.
Well, what have you got to offer the Southwall Scariers?
Well, we got some muscle. We got some smarticles over there at that table. You see him. I don't know what he's looking at, but we have this sarcastic fellow here, and then
That's really helpful. Thanks.
yeah.
And yourself?
I mean, I can talk to you. I'm pretty good at dealing with people, I guess.
So you've got a history in the more criminal side of life, eh?
Oh, yes, yes. I'm quite experienced.
Well then, we might be able to put you to work. Strel speaks up in Thieves' Camp. Well, from what I overheard, they were heading down to the refuse pit. Ah, the refuse pit, eh? Well, if you're planning on going down there, then we've got something of interest.
And that would be?
You see, we use those tunnels for all manner of nefarious purposes. But, lately, some of our runners have been disappearing.
Oh?
And the boss wants to know why.
Are you sure it's not the big trash monster down there?
You mean the Outage?
Yeah.
Nah. As long as you operate in the day, slip right past it while it sleeps. That's not what's causing our trouble. Our runners know how to get past that big guy.
Okay, what do you think is causing the trouble?
Well, and he looks to Strel for a moment. Word is, a certain annoyance is back in town.
Back in town?
As he says that, the door in the far side of the room slams open.
Dramatic.
And out walks a taller rat folk with sort of long black fur and white markings. He wears kind of like very long, flowing, affluent looking red robes. And he has sort of red eyes that sort of stand out from his black fur. And he walks out at a very quick pace and sort of stands towering over Snickrich, but about the same height as Joe. And he just sort of eyes your group for a moment and then looks at Fallon. Aye. An annoyance.
If
And,
this annoyance is
slightly
killing...
startled by this, Snickrich just kind of moves out of the way to give him some room. Go ahead, Fallon.
If this annoyance is killing off people, is it just an annoyance, or is it going to kill us too?
Well, that's what we're looking to see, aren't we?
Okay.
If you lot are competent, as Strel here says, then you should be able to handle yourselves, no?
Yeah, we should.
Good. Now, there's a little thorn in my side named Akite. And if he is back in town, then I want him gone. And my hunch is, he's using my sewers as a hideout.
Anything you can tell us about the Sakite?
charismatic little devil. Always has followers around. Makes him hard to assassinate.
So he's got a group with him.
He likely will.
So we gotta take out him and his group.
It is all in Thieves Can't Range of. They are just having a full-on conversation that you guys cannot understand. Yes, I want Akite's gang gone. These are my sewers, and I want them to stay that way.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do. What's in it for us? Seems pretty dangerous. We won't do it for free.
We're willing to pay you once the job is done.
Okay. We could get the job done. Any way to know where he is in the sewers, or do we just gotta look?
Well, they have legs. They can walk around. So I can't guarantee where they'll be. But from what I've seen, northern side of the sewers, I had one of my men lower the sluice gate and cut that part off, but it seems like they still have a way of getting around. So that didn't solve our problem.
Okay. Yeah, we can take a look around. We'll see what we can do. We'll take him out for you. But we'd have a greater chance of success if we went in with some health potions.
Alright. Was that supposed to mean something to me?
Well, I mean, if you're gonna hire us and you want us to succeed, maybe a little down payment would be better.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Eh, 8.
Gutsy. But when I hire someone, I expect they come with the equipment that they come with. Not that I have to provide that for them. If you're telling me that you're not up to the task, then I can find someone else.
Nah, we're up for the task. We can do it.
Very good. Now then. I'll give you 15 gold for every one of Akite's gang that you kill. And if you get Akite himself, that'll be 300.
Okay, so we gotta bring you evidence that we've killed them.
Indeed.
Alright.
I don't want you wandering down to the sewers for a day or two and then walking on back and trying to lie to my face that you haven't actually done my job.
Yeah, we'll get your job done. We'll bring you evidence.
Good.
Alright.
Now then. Shrell, go and get the valve. Shrell runs off into the office. And when she reappears, she is carrying a small brass wheel. And she hands it to you, Fallon. And the leader of the rats says, "You'll be needing that to get past the part of the sewers that we cut off."
Oh, okay. Fallon will hand that to Valbella.
I want that back, you hear?
Of course.
So don't go dying and making one of my men go and fetch it.
Yeah, don't worry. We won't let it loose down there.
And one more thing. You leave
Yeah.
that Otiug alone. I don't want to see any heroics. None of you are Bolter, Ashen Vale. So no hero time. Just make your way past it. I don't want any of you dying to the Otiug. Me having to find new people to complete my jobs.
Don't worry, we'll stay away from that.
Good. With that, he spins and makes his way back to the office.
Okay.
Right, well, you got the details of the job. Stroll says to you guys in common. So, guess I'll be seeing you then.
That you will.
Alright. As you turn away, I guess Rindrev is still over at this table here, yeah?
The entire time I wanted to study the map.
It is a map of
Or
a
at
city.
least- Okay.
There's a little pin in the map at where the refuse pit is, and then a pin that sort of you seem to gather marks where you're currently standing. And then there's one more that seems to be kind of outside the city walls, a little bit south of where you are.
Alright, refuse pit. South wall. Outside city walls. Okay. Got it. Thank you.
Here, I can just show you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a pin here. There's a pin here. And there's a pin around here.
Rendrev will commit that to memory.
I'll leave them there so that you can actually remember them. Alright. Then, as you're memorizing that, your other party members seem to have finished their conversation. Strella will begin to escort you back towards the ladder. Unless anybody has anything else they want to say.
Nope.
Have I ever mentioned I'm scared of rat folk?
Are you gonna say that?
Don't
in
say
here?
that out loud.
If you'll whisper.
My God.
Why are elephants afraid of mice?
Yeah, that's the real question. Where did that come from?
I don't know.
Disease, mostly.
Oh, they fear that mice will crawl up their trunk.
And yes,
Odd.
yes, Aiden, that was the giant rat that makes all the rules.
I'm the giant rat that makes
That
all
makes
of
all of
those.
the rules.
I think we should just post that clip to the
Let's see
channel
what kind of trouble we can
and
get ourselves into.
That's
Alright.
literally what's happening right now.
You make your way back up the ladder, and the guard that was waiting there follows you.
Oh god, where? Oh, there we are. Boop, 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 boop.
He's waiting for you to leave.
We're gone. We are outie.
He resumes his place back in front of the building.
Refuse pit.
Let's go.
As we're
Gotta
walking
find
over
this.
there, Rindrop will say,
"Ooh, so what were you guys talking about? I heard when Valbella started talking, but Fallon just kept making these weird noises."
I assume it has to do with the Thieves Language that she knows.
Oh, the rat folk speech.
I think it is, called Thieves Cant.
I've never heard of a language like that. I don't think that exists.
Rindorf, there are things that not even you know.
like kangaroos.
Doubtful.
Ever seen a kangaroo?
Ranger, can you make a perception roll for me?
sure. 17.
All right. You spot something in this tent as you walk by.
Oh, hey, I spotted that.
Ah. What do I spot?
You can investigate if you wish. It's just sort of something's kind of inside it, but you can't really tell unless you peek your head inside.
Rindrop will push through, sits in Valbella to investigate.
Dang,
Right.
rude.
The rest of you see
Valbella
Rinjo just
will
sort of.
not move.
Well, the
Just
rest,
about
Cecilia
that.
gets shoved to the side.
the rest of you see Rinjo just sort of take a hard left from the path that you're heading down, and poke his head into this tent here. Rinjo, what you see is a stone statue of a man,
In a
just sort
town?
of
It's just two
frozen in place.
Rindrop will try to inspect the statue further.
Okay, how do you wish to do so? Investigation or what?
Yeah, I guess.
Like, what exactly are you looking for? Is what I can.
Yeah, I guess it's just like trying to commit the stone structure to memory and then looking around the tent itself to see if this looks, how much like a statue does this look like?
All right. Well, it is a stone statue of a man. All of his clothing is stone as well. And he is carrying a dagger, also made of stone. And he seems like kind of frozen in motion. The statue is sort of a man who is kind of like swinging the dagger, kind of in a stabbing motion, but is kind of paused in the pose that it's in.
Rindrop's gonna draw the statue in his notebook and say out loud,
That's really good craftsmanship. They got the figure in complete motion, but why would someone make this?
Rindrop's gonna start looking around for like a plaque of some kind.
You don't find one.
Huh. Hey, there's a statue in there, but it doesn't have any plaque describing it in any way. Usually, when a statue's made of a person, it's usually to venerate someone or to honor them, but this is odd. It's stuck in a tent, like no one would want to see it. Oh, I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I was just like, yeah, sounds great.
Wow, yeah, cool.
Oh, wow, that was really cool of you to find that. Anyway.
Oh, I'm glad you guys take the same appreciation I have for stonework. It's nice to know.
Alright, then if you wish, you can continue down the path towards the refuse pit.
Okay.
And make your way sort of leaving Southwall behind you and arriving at the yawning gap and just diving right in. Valbella dies.
Valbella takes 100 points of damage and obliterated.
How like far down is it if you had to associate a feat with it?
Far enough down that you can't see the bottom with dark vision. Does that help?
Oh, yeah, so
Mhm.
that's over 60 feet. Anyway, I'm going first because I can see. Bye.
Remember what happened the last time you went first?
Yeah, well, I'm still going first.
Okay. I'm just
Rindrub will say out loud, "It looks," and then will tap himself on the little armor part on his nose and will cast light on himself.
Back into the sewer.
God.
So I want to check how's your battery life going? Because we're about 10 minutes away from when I typically end the session. But if you have more battery life, we can keep going longer as long as everybody's fine to keep going.
It's at 18 right now, so not great.
And no power back.
No. I
Is
have
that-
literally no idea when it's gonna be back. Like, it's literally only telling me that it's just, oh, it's because of a storm. Estimated restoration time, we provided when available. And I'm like, okay. So no.
Then it might be harder for us to go longer then.
Yeah, and I hate that.
Alright. That's what I wanted to ask.
Okay, we'll just start with combat next week.
We won't be... Next week is iffy, I don't know when we're doing our session next week. Also, Jay, I still have to text you those dates that I won't be available.
Yep.
Oh, did you start working more?
No, I have prom next week.
Oh, on Friday?
Yeah,
That's upsetting.
it is upsetting.
Don't go to prom.
I can't! I have to go.
Alright. You make your way. Just give me 2 seconds. Down into the refuse pit.
Hey, is this cornmeal?
I wonder. Whatever could it be?
Alright, Valbella. Pause. You make your way to the bottom of the ladder and kind of sink into the grime and muck below. The horrid smell of the refuse pit filling your noses. And Valbella, you immediately begin to stride off towards the tunnel on the far side. And as you do, you are frozen in place by a sound that you hear coming from all around you. A clicking noise.
Lobsters.
Lobster. Lobster.
Not the lobster.
Oh no, not the lobster.
Not the lobster.
And the rest of you see Valbella sort of pause for a moment as she was wading through the muck. And then as you sort of freeze in the silence, you hear that same sort of clicking noise get louder and louder all around you.
Can I
Oh, wait.
see? Because I have dark vision that
Here,
extends to
your
the...
folly crew. Folly crew. Hold on.
Oh god. Yes, thank you so much.
All right. And then from around you, Valbella, you're sort of at the edges of the light, so it's a little harder for you to see, but Cecilia, you can see pretty far away, and you begin to see
Cool.
motion at the edges of your vision. And you see something sort of burrow up out of the muck.
What the
And-
fuck is that?
Great. I can't see it because my computer just died.
Oh no! Oh, that's perfect timing.
That is
Yeah.
chicken?
Is that a chicken?
Why does it look like that?
Look at all those chickens.
I thought it was a lobster.
You never know.
Oh, there are
Mysteries.
multiple. Oh my god, we're five. There's six.
All right.
We're five. Okay.
We'll be okay.
The creatures sort of burrow their way up out of the grime with sort of long, bladed appendages, and
Ooh, bladed
open their
appendages.
many-fanged mouths and let out a soft screeching noise as they aim their target towards the four of you. And so that would be our initiative roll. But as we are
God damn it, sis.
have a
Literally, there's nothing I can do about this.
as we have a battery life issue, this is where we'll end.
Great. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed and then cry myself to sleep. I'm so mad. I literally could not be any madder right now.
I mean, we got into combat, so
I mean, yes, but not until God knows when.
I mean, if it works with Jay's schedule and everybody else's, could
We will
be
talk
maybe
about that.
like, okay,
I was gonna get to that, but
cool.
here we go. Okay, so Theater of the Mind screen. That's where we'll call the session for today on that unfortunate cliffhanger. If we had some more battery life, I would have went longer just so you guys could have had some combat. But
We could try talking to them.
No,
Maybe I speak their language.
no. We fight to the death.
Fearbulg's fierce murderers.
Okay.
so, from what it seems, next week has an issue. Next Friday. So, because I think it's the next 2 weeks, the 7th and the 14th, that both have conflicts, right?
Yeah, let me check. So I know
Between-
it's those 2 days, and then I don't know if the next week I'm unavailable too.
What is
Yeah.
happening the Friday after next?
I have a festival.
And Rindrov, you said you're busy too, so
21st.
yeah. So the 14th doesn't work, and the 7th doesn't work, and then we don't know past that. But let's just plan let's plan a little bit for the next 2 weeks, and we can deal with the rest of it after. But if I don't want to go 2 whole weeks without C's, because that kind of sucks. So I can move one of them. Probably the 7th. We can move it to the Thursday if that works for everybody.
That works for me personally.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know everyone's schedule, so I want to kind of make sure.
I probably can't.
Yeah. See, that was what I was worried about, is because I can't do Tuesday or Wednesday because that's Hearth and Home and Whispers in the Woods. So, and then we can't push it to the 8th because that's still when Range Rover is busy. So that does make it hard to reschedule that day.
I mean, we could steal Hearth and Home.
But they've been cliffhanger too because they had to skip a week.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna get rid of their session because they've been waiting a whole week as well, an extra week as well. So we don't want to do that. Yeah, it's rough scheduling, unfortunately. I don't want to go 2 weeks without Seas of Sand, but we might have to. Unfortunately.
Mm,
Because the weekend after the 14th, I might be busy. So I can't push anything to that weekend either.
I mean, you said that we couldn't do the week and next week, right?
No. Because Rindrov is busy on the 7th and then extends out into that weekend, so we can't push it later.
I'm not busy on the 7th. I had a trip planned centered around the idea that we would be able to play on the
But
7th.
Oh, okay. But
Zulio is busy.
So yeah, so the 7th doesn't work, and then the 8th doesn't work because then you're busy, right? So
Yeah.
so that's why we can't push it later into that weekend. Otherwise, I would just push it to the Saturday, or even the Sunday. But
I couldn't do the Sunday because
yeah,
I work
mother.
5:30 to 11.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sundays don't usually work for you, so Saturday would have worked for me, but we can't push it then.
Mhm.
So that's why I was trying to push it earlier, but it seems like earlier doesn't work either, which is rough.
You could play the 6 if you just want to take control of Fallon.
I don't want to do that when you're going to be in
Mm-mm.
combat. That would suck. We can't miss Fallon.
I want to see Fallon use her crowbar.
Fallon is very important to us.
I want you to know, Fallon, that my favorite thing about you happens to be your crowbar. I'm so obsessed with it for whatever reason.
My random crowbar,
Yes, the random crowbar that you had that appeared in your hand once, and I've just been obsessed with it ever since. In canon, it is the one thing that keeps me thinking that you're a criminal. In canon.
True. Actually, wait, what are Fallon's weapons?
It's a dagger?
A dagger and a short bow, I think.
Damn. I was gonna ask if I replaced one of them with a crowbar, but it seemed really.
It'd be less effective for you to use in that manner.
If I
it'd be used like a club, which would be more of a strength weapon, so it would be kind of rough for you when you're rolling on dex stuff. So you kind of want to aim for.
I was gonna ask if I switch out my rapier with it, but that's a sword.
It would be it'd be less effective for you, but remember that you have a short bow because it's not equipped, so remember that.
Oh, I thought I had it equipped. Oh.
You can equip it, because I don't really care which items you start with in combat. It'll just be whatever you draw first. So.
Yeah.
But just kind of keep in mind what you start with, so that you can switch if you want to. But just kind of come in with the idea of which one you have in your hands when you enter the battle.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I guess we will just have to take the 2 weeks then.
I mean, definitely this week or the next week, I think, but maybe the Saturday, like the 15th, if that's
maybe. I know that I might be busy on that day, but if I end up not being, then it does work for me. But I don't know about the rest of you guys.
I don't know because I don't know what I'm going to work that day. I may very well be taking off, actually. No, I'm not. I'm taking off that Saturday. But I mean, I will keep you updated on, I'll keep you updated on my.
We'll say that we're skipping next week for now, and then if anything changes, you guys can let me know.
I know at least myself that I'm off the 16th. Like, I don't work the 16th because I requested off. I know that's a Sunday and that's like a free stream day, but like, if that works with everybody else's schedule, we could throw a Seas of Sand in there.
Yeah, I think we'll just kind of have to play it by ear.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll make announcements on before those days as to which direction we're going. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but those who are still here on the 7th, we can still hang out. We just won't be able to continue with the session.
Mm-hmm. We could have like a little one shot or something.
You guys could drag around Cecilia's dead
That's a lot of
body.
work. That's a lot of work for me, but
All right, one of us DMs and Jay plays.
yeah, do it. But you're not allowed to ruin the world.
No, we don't plan to.
Makes
I don't.
everybody chaotic evil. Makes the
Make it,
entire
like-
world evil.
Like a combat dating sim.
Okay.
Just dice rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's literally
exactly.
just literally just a session of dice rolling.
Yeah, dice rolling and light roleplay for fun.
Unfortunate cliffhanger aside, that was a really fun session.
I know, we're discovering things. People are getting characterization.
That was my thought. You're not allowed to take it. Get out of my head.
Aren't you all excited?
Yeah, things are starting to click together
Yes.
a little bit.
Tragic backstory. Wow.
Yeah, your whole interaction with Tasha was great.
I'm so excited to get more in depth with that. Thessaly, I'm sorry. My new beloved is Tasha.
That's alright. You were probably never gonna meet Thessaly
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A girl can dream. Don't you dream of being married to the prettiest princess?
No, I do not. Sorry.
Well,
It's a you. It's a you thing.
come on, certainly somebody here agrees with me. Luno, don't you want to marry the prettiest princess in all the land?
Hey, you haven't met all the princesses. You don't know.
There might be more princesses.
I mean, in Al-Zahar.
She's also the sultana, not the princess.
Close enough.
Wow. I mean, she's in charge as the sultana. She's not just daughter of the king or anything like
Close enough.
that.
Yeah, you tell her that.
Yeah. Croak has a barbarian girlfriend that eats with her hands and claims she's invincible.
I mean, hey,
Aw. That's sweet.
it's what he deserves.
Everybody loves Esta.
Everybody loves barbarians. Am I right, guys?
Yeah, sorry, Luno. Not claims she's invincible, is invincible, of course. Important distinction.
Croak is like, don't diss on my girlfriend like that, bro. I'm gonna go listen to Ukrainian Eurovision music.
You have fun with that.
I'm going to have. I'll wait until the stream is over, and then I'll leave.
Well, we can wrap up whenever we want to. Sometimes we hang out, but did the battery end up dying then, or?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
okay.
just
So you're just
yeah,
on like what, your phone?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, I had been on. I usually use Discord on my phone because it's
okay.
the only thing I have a mic on because of my
Yeah.
earbuds. So my phone's fine. It's on 41%, but my computer is absolutely dead. So
I was going to offer that I screen share what's happening on the screen, but
I don't know. Could have worked. I wouldn't be able to roll on my character sheet, but I could probably
Yeah,
pull it up
I
on my
would've-
phone.
I would have had to do some finagling there.
Yeah, I'd prefer that everybody has full control of their own character during the first combat encounter. I think
Yeah.
just to give you a good sense of how your character works.
First combat, Suzuliu dies. End of
And it's all
character.
Volbella's fault.
And it's Volbella's fault, yes. Volbella actually kills Suzuliu herself.
This time the punch goes too far.
This time she breaks his skull open. And he
There will
dies.
be no next time. That is it. Campaign over. Goodbye.
He dies and he's like, no, all the hot dilfs are gone. And then he
You
dies.
You Shyla just like turns into a what are those? A Tarrasque and just swallows the world whole.
She's like, damn, I don't care. He's like, this sounds like a you problem.
I also enjoyed the random lusting after the one random elf in the definite.
Yeah.
That
Thank
always
God
makes me
it
laugh.
wasn't just me, you know. Fallon got some thirst in there too.
Y'all getting thirsty. I don't know.
It's just, but
Fallon
like
Oh,
just likes to look cool.
for me,
Mhm.
from I see it from the perspective of him, and so he just like eating his like lunch in the restaurant.
Still, he's
And
still
then
eating it.
just kind of like calmly eating, just sitting by himself, and then he just sees these people walk in, and then just like stomping around in armor and stuff, and then they just kind of like loiter around. They eat a meal. They go talk to the owner. They go and talk to the chef. They leave for like 10 minutes. They come back with massive crates and stuff. He's just like sitting there
He's
the entire
very
time,
confused.
just kind of calmly watching you guys, and then one of them just like winking at him. And
Because he smells nice. Don't forget
Yeah, 'cause
that.
he smells good.
nice.
Yeah. God,
Listen,
what bystanders must think of us sometimes.
yeah.
It's so interesting
Our
to think
one
about.
shot, but it's just Jay like doing
It's just
from
Jay
my
playing as like
perspective.
some random ass background character that just like sees us doing stuff and he's like, all right.
Yeah, it's like an episode from all of the NPCs we've run into and their perspective and thoughts of us.
well, that's the fun of the living world, is that I'm always like just considering it from whatever NPC I am, and just sort of experiencing everything from their perspective sometimes, because they all continue to exist outside of what you guys do. So
Right.
Dang, you want to tell me about Malamon's perspective? I'm sorry, I'll
well,
see myself.
Yeah.
Malamon
It's
is
everyone
I had to
but
make
me
it.
being
I had to
horny
say
this
that.
day.
he's hanging out with his buddies at the Rangers, and then some random people walk in, and then he kind of directs them to some work, and then he's eating his breakfast, and then some people just walk in and start punching each other. And he's just kind of
Yep.
like,
Mhm.
all right,
He's like, this is fine.
at least it's entertainment.
Wow, such a king.
What a king, what a king.
Unbothered king. I stand.
All right, I'm gonna head out. Later.
Yeah, take care. So the next actual stream, I might do something on Sunday for chat. So stay tuned. I'll announce what I'm gonna do, but I want to look into it slightly more, just so I can actually make the announcement without just saying I'm gonna do something and then it doesn't work out. But so we shall see. Probably something on Sunday. And then after that, we will be returning to Hearth and Home. Finally, it also feels like it's ages since then because we've been
Yay.
having to skip weeks here and there. Jumping right back into their cliffhanger with Hilda's little chat that she needs to do, which should be interesting to say the least. But yeah, other than that, Whispers is still happening as it is planned to on Wednesday at 7. And then Seas on Friday will most likely not happen. But it is what it is. So I'll keep everybody updated on both Discord and the my Twitter. So look for them there. Other than that, we got some other links. World Anvil for World Amble for more lore stuff, and the YouTube if you miss a VOD and it's not on the Twitch anymore. Other than that, that's all I gotta say. So take care. And,
Oh no, I was fully aware my mic was still on.
have a good night.
Night chat.
Love you, chat. Night chat.